Welcome back to Yoshi Entertainment, everybody. So, I'm a little late, but nonetheless, when I heard about this story, I was pissed. I really was. And if you've seen any amount of my videos, you should know why. So, a lot of people have been going back and forth on who's responsible for this tomfoolery. And if you ask me, it's all the adults, like it always ever will be. So if you haven't heard by now, apparently Aries Spears, the comedian who just got out of the media for saying some very disrespectful words towards Lizzo for no absolute reason, is now back in the media again and with Tiffany Haddish concerning a skit or some kind of video that they did years ago with children. And they may be in some serious hot water because of the context of the video. Now, I've seen quite a few videos and I've seen a lot of people reacting to the stuff that has been said. And a lot of people are mad because they feel like people are beating around the bush and they're really trying to take up, especially for Tiffany Haddish in this situation, saying, oh, she was just a casualty of the situation. She didn't really know that this was going to happen. But that's a bold-faced lie because those children, apparently, she knew those children and she knew their mother. Before all this happened, apparently she was friends to some degree with that woman, and those children trusted her. And she brought those children into that situation because she claims that they wanted to go into acting. They wanted to be actors. So she basically was like, okay, I'll take them, and there's a skit I'm going to put them in. Now, why their mother didn't ask them what the skit was going to be, because I don't believe that I don't even believe she asked Tiffany Haddish what the skit was going to be. I could be wrong, but I don't think that she did. Why she didn't is beyond me. Like, you don't just let, like, I don't care who it is. You don't just let somebody say, oh, your children want to go into acting. Okay, I can help with that. I'll put them in this video, this skit, and you don't ask them what the skit is. That was the first mistake that was made. Then she takes these kids to this, whatever they were going to, the production, whatever you want to call it, and had these children doing such inappropriate things. Like, they didn't even to protect the identity of the children, they labeled them, like John Doe, Jane Doe, etc., stuff like that. The young girl, they had her basically, as the reports and the different documents said, that I'm not gonna put them on this YouTube channel because they're out there. They're very detailed, very graphic, very disturbing. But in so many words, she had this young girl basically mimicking going down on somebody, so to speak, for a part in a skit or a scene of a video that she was gonna put the girl in. And the young girl was so uncomfortable and disturbed, she just did what they asked her to do so she could go home. That's all she was concerned about because of how disturbed she was with what they had her doing. And this was a minor, y'all. This was a child that they had doing this. And they even demonstrated, quote, how to do it. So she was disturbed, which that's just disgusting. Like, why would you do that to somebody's child? Like, why would you have somebody's child do that? And I feel like they knew that if their mother knew that that's what they were going to have her daughter doing, she wouldn't have let her do that. Anyways, what they did with the young boy was even worse. And he was only like 7. Like I said, there are detailed records and documents out there that describe what happened. And there was a YouTube video that I watched. There's a YouTube channel, Chronicle Speaks, and she broke it down from the actual documents. And when I tell you, I was disturbed along with everybody else. Like, it was just so disturbing, like, what they had this young boy doing with Aries Spears, the different things they had him doing. And he was so traumatized that in his in the documents that he had of him older, he was saying that he did not trust adults anymore. He didn't like being alone with people. He didn't have any friends because he felt like he couldn't trust anybody because of what happened. That he was just really messed up. And him and that young woman, they developed all kinds of social issues because of the trauma that they suffered, with what Aries and Tiffany had them doing. And now they did say that Tiffany she said that she put out a statement saying that she regret what she did. But sis, we needed you to regret that before you did it. Like, I'm glad that she regretted it, but they're traumatized now because of her and Aries. They are traumatized now, and that's not something that somebody could, you just don't get over stuff like that. A lot of people were saying, oh, it was years ago, like, why are y'all bringing it up now? But these children are still traumatized. Like, let something like that happen to you 5-10 years down the road, you're still going to be thinking about that. So it's unfair to say, oh, well, years have passed, they should have let it go. Like, that's just unfair to say. And this situation has angered a lot of people who unfortunately have, been molested or were assaulted as children. Like, this is triggering for them, and they're angry and they're outraged, and they have the right to be, and they have the right to speak out against this, because this was wrong. This was wrong what they did. It was wrong what they did to those children. And again, they're masquerading it as, oh, it was just a joke. It was a PSA. That's a load of hogwash, and they should be ashamed of themselves. Anybody who says that or agrees with that statement, they should be ashamed of themselves. Like, we need to shame these people. We need to shame them, because they could have gotten that message across if that's the message that they were going with, without using those children and without doing what they did to those children. And ain't nothing funny about that mess, because like I said, people in the past, they have been through stuff like that for real, and they are messed up today in their adult lives because of it. And I've said this before in previous videos. That whole, oh, it's just a joke mess, it's gone too far. Like, I've said this before. People need to reevaluate what they think a joke is. Because that's why people do. Part of the reason why some of these comedians feel okay doing this kind of stuff is because they think everything is funny. And not everything is funny. What they did to those children was disgusting, and it was sick. And somebody needs to pay for it. Like, some people were saying that they think the mom's just trying to get money out of them. First of all, that's a drop in the bucket compared to the damage that's done. Like, the least that they could do is compensate those kids for the damage that they did. That's the least. That's the bottom of the barrel of what they can do. And it's really sad that every time a situation like this comes up, especially with black children, somebody's always saying, oh, they just want money. It's just money. They just trying to get money. They're just mad because they didn't get famous. Like, there's always a group of people lurking in the shadows saying that. And it's really just disgusting. And it's really disgusting seeing how many people are trying to defend Tiffany and say that she didn't do nothing wrong, when she was the one who brought those kids into that situation. It's really triggering for me, because I said, I'm a protect the children type of person, and I hate it when crimes against children, innocent children, happen. It's very triggering for me. It's very angering for me. And I don't have kids, but I shouldn't have to have kids to be triggered or to be angered. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, there's a video out there that they were supposed to have taken down, the video that they made of all this garbage that they put these children through. They were supposed to take it down after the first time they got slammed with this happening. But the video apparently is still out there. And there are some people who said that they did see the video and that they were very disturbed. I'm not going to watch the video. I'm not going to link the video. It's out there. If you want to see it, then you're on your own with that. Because just from hearing like the documents, like the written documents of what happened in the video, I was disturbed. Like, I was disturbed to my core. So I know for sure, like, I'm not watching that video because I'm going to be mad and I'm going to be upset. And if you have children, if you love children, or if you have been through stuff like this before, I would advise you not to watch the video as well. But yeah, and the worst part about it is, like I said, that video was supposed to have been taken down, but it's still out there, and plenty of people have seen it. And unfortunately, like I said, with the video that I saw on Chronicle Speaks YouTube page, in the documents, the young boy, he said that he doesn't even go out. He doesn't even go out much because he's embarrassed, and he feels like people would recognize his face from that video. So he doesn't even go out because he's too afraid to be recognized as the boy from that video. That's the worst part about it. Anyways, like I said, I'm befuddled at the amount of people that are trying to defend them. Like, there's no defending this at all. Like, what they did was wrong. It was trash. It should have never happened. Like I said, I was disturbed, and I'm still disturbed, and I'm mad. I really am. And I do hope that, like, they can pursue some kind of legal action. I don't care how many years have passed. Like, sometimes years, it doesn't amount to the trauma, the damage of the trauma. So I hope that they do pursue legal action, and that whatever Aries and Tiffany get, that's what they get. Whatever legal action, whatever money that they lose, whatever time they got to spend, that's what they deserve for what they did to them kids. Anyways, y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comments below.